Hope your day is sunnier than mine. It's so hard to get out of bed on a day where you're not going anywhere, A. And B, it's like super gross and rainy outside. The motivation was not there this morning. But I am up now and I have a table full of Fitglow beauty goodies. And I'm going to jump in and do a full face with y'all. So I know I've been talking about doing this video for a while, but I wanted to go over very quickly. I'm going to read like a small paragraph, kind of snippet on who Fitglow Beauty is. And by the way, this is absolutely not sponsored. But some people I know may have not heard of the brand. So according to their website and they're under our ethos, Fitglow Beauty, I always get tongue-tied saying that. It probably won't be the first time. Fitglow Beauty is all about plant-based ingredients with a purpose. Improve and transform skin with evidence-based formulas that work with skin in a synergistic way to deliver what your skin needs to thrive. Organic, cruelty-free, and gluten-free is just a cherry on top of the plant-based science goodness in every product. Think of it as the best fitness and nutritional plan delivered directly to your skin. Which, I mean, I'm all about that because y'all know how I am about fitness and healthy eating, and you probably know how I can really latch on to a clean beauty brand. I know I'm not 100% clean beauty. I probably never will be 100% clean beauty, but if I can find products that are organic and have better for you ingredients that perform, why won't I use them? And I find that Fitglow Beauty is one of those brands that perform. So the reason I decided to do the full face is because I just accumulated enough products to do it. And I wanted to share with you the brand. So a lot of these products I bought, some of them Fitglow sent to me, and some of them Christine at Fitglow Beauty sent to me, which is where I purchase most of my Fitglow products. So let's go ahead and jump in. I have done my brows. I always prime my eyes with a concealer, and lately I have been using my Fitglow Beauty concealer. I don't always use it as a concealer, but it's most of the time what I use to prime my eyes. So I'm not going to use a primer. I don't think they actually have a primer. I've not been using one lately, so let's just go ahead and jump in to the foundation. So this is the Vita Active foundation. I can't ever remember the name of it. I actually have two colors. I have 3.5, which was my first color, and then I bought 3. So I'll swatch both of them for you. Comes in nice like pumps that are included in the component. And I see this a lot with clean beauty brands, especially because it's one less component that you have to waste. So I appreciate that. This is 3. And this is 3.5. I think I'm going to use 3 today. This foundation has clinically proven superfoods and essential vitamins within the formula. It's plant-based, skin-loving. It has a blend of vitamin C, botanical hyaluronic acid, seaweed brighteners, and beta-carotene, which help increase collagen production and dramatically boost your skin's ability to diminish spots, freckles, hyperpigmentation, sun damage, and improve elasticity. I am using the double-ended brush. I have a couple of double-ended brushes that I'm going to be using from them. I love this one. I have been loving this side for powder. And if you want more of like a diffused finish of a foundation, this is a great brush for that because it's not super dense. So it's not going to pack on the thickest application of a foundation, and I really enjoy the application of it. So I completely forgot to do my corrector, which I don't know, who am I? I usually come on screen with a corrector on, so that's probably why. We'll do that in a minute. So don't pay attention to the dark circles, but this side has the foundation and this side does not. So I have my normal redness. It's actually pretty tame this morning, but you can see how easy that was to blend and cover up what I want to cover up. Now, if I was using a more dense brush, I could get a little bit of a heavier coverage, but this to me is a solid medium coverage. I don't want anything more. So I'm just going to go over to the other side. This doing my foundation without my corrector is kind of wigging me out a little bit. Now I am going to show you with a much denser brush how this adds more coverage. So just over here where I have my redness, I'm going to apply a little bit more and then just stipple that in to see how that provided more coverage. on that area. This color is great for me right now. I will go to 3.5 in the summer. So that was one pump of the foundation, and it gave me exactly the finish and coverage that I was looking for. I find that it has a very natural finish. I mean, it just looks like another layer of my skin before I put it on. So it's not super matte, it's not super dewy. It's just a really pretty natural satin finish. So let's go into one of the best parts, the corrector. Let's get rid of some of these dark circles, considering it's 7 o'clock in the morning and they have not had time to diminish since I've been up. This is one of the newest products to the collection of Fitglow Beauty, and this is in the color Peach. So I'm going to swatch Peach for you. I also have Eye Bright. So they have an Eye Bright that's in a pot, and I haven't tried that one, but this is that same like yellow. So you have Eye Bright right here, and then you have Peach. So Peach is the one that I use because that's really going to get rid of my color, my dark circles and the coloring under my eyes. But if you don't have severe dark circles and you just want to really brighten up that under eye, Eye Bright is a great product to use for that. So I'm just going to put one little stripe right there, one little stripe right here. And then I take this brush, I think it's called, let me look it up, the Teddy Conceal and Correct brush. Okay, so I love this brush for especially this end. See if you can see how it comes up to a point. It really gets under your lash line when you're working with concealer and or this corrector. And I just kind of pat it in. Dark circles? What's dark circles? I don't see them anymore. Do you? This stuff is so good. I just talked about it in my last video as one of the 3 correctors I do not want to be without. And I really don't want to be without it. But see how this brush, that point just gets right up there in that lash line. But then you can also turn it on the side. It gets really well up into the corner. This corrector is really comfortable under the eyes. It's not super thick. It blends out really well. I don't find that it makes any concealers that I wear on top of it wear worse throughout the day. I've really been liking this. So now let's go into the actual concealer. Now this concealer is a little bit more emollient. I have the color C3. It's not a bad emollient, so don't think like the It Cosmetics concealer in the tube. It's not like that. This is the color C3. This color is the kind of color that I like under my eyes because I don't like super bright under eyes. But this also could work as a foundation. And I often see the artists that do videos for Fitglow Beauty on Instagram use this as a foundation. I have used it as a foundation before and it's gorgeous. So, you know, one day when we can all start to travel again, that beautiful day, sometime in the future, this would be great to take as a concealer and a foundation. So I'm, again, in the color C3. And I just like to take just a few little stripes and dots right here. I don't need a ton because, I mean, that corrector did such a good job. And I take a beauty blender or a sponge. Sorry, this is the e.l.f. sponge. And kind of tap it out. I mean, you can easily use that brush that I used. But I just really like to use a sponge for my concealer. Look at how pretty that is. Like the finish under the eye, everything. So, so pretty. I need to get a new one of these. Oh, y'all, I'm having to scrape. That's how much I use it. So even though this is a little bit of a thicker concealer, as far as emolliency goes, I don't have an issue with it like cracking or creasing throughout the day. I'm going to take whatever's left on my nose. I don't need a ton of extra coverage, so I don't really need to go back in with, you know, stripe of it down my nose, but I can take whatever's left on the sponge. And that is the concealer. So let me do a close-up so you can see the concealer and the foundation on the face. Just very natural looking. Let's let that sink in and go into eyeshadow. So Fitglow has a few different palettes that they have eyeshadow in, and then they also have a blush in them. So this is the night palette. They also have a day palette, and they have one that they just launched and they sold out so quick and I wasn't able to get my hands on it. I don't even remember what it was called. I think it's like the soft something palette. I hope they bring that back because it was gorgeous. but this is as well. So this is what we're going to be working with today. This is the night palette. So it's got your 5 eyeshadows and a blush. Obviously, you can use the blush as an eyeshadow as well. So these are the swatches of the eyeshadow. It's got a really gorgeous, bright cream color, and then you have the only matte in the palette is right here. We're going to be using that today. These 3 are more of like a sheen. So it's got like a really pretty gold, a gorgeous bronze, and then that really pretty forest green color. And then over here is the blush. Okay, so we're going to go into this really pretty color right here, which is matte. These are also talc free, by the way, because I feel like somebody would ask that. And I'm going to pick it up on the double-ended eyeshadow brush. So one end has like a fluffy side, and then one end is more detailed, so good for like underneath your eyes. And I'm just going to put this in my crease and start to build up a little bit of a contour on the eye. This is like a, I mean, you saw the swatch, but it's a pretty matte, almost mauve-y color. I can't speak to how soft these brushes are. They are so soft. So even though it looks really dark in the pan, I appreciate how I'm able to build it up. Like, it's not so pigmented that it can be scary for people who may not be like the most comfortable with blending eyeshadows. This one builds up really pretty, and I really like the tone of it. It's very, I mean, it looks almost mauve-y, but it comes off very neutral. So that's very pretty. Now, when I first used this palette, I thought that this was a matte color. And I was like, oh, well, I guess I'll use that. That's the brightest one in the palette. You know, that'll work for my lid. It is a gorgeous shimmer sheen color. It is not matte. And when I put it on, I was almost taken aback by how sheeny it was. Not in a bad way, but because I thought it was a matte, but also how pigmented this is. So I'm going to pick this up with my beauty counter, I don't know, it's their flat brush. And I'm just going to pack this on. I mean, look at that. Oh my goodness. I have been reaching for this for my inner corner color every day. Like, I keep it on my vanity no matter what palette I use. I reach for this color for my inner corner and brow bone because it is so pigmented. But it really works to brighten up your eyes, make you look more awake. I really like that shadow. All right, now I'm going to go into the other side of the concealer brush that we used. So it is like just a more precise, condensed, dense brush. And I'm going to, I think I'm going to go into this really pretty bronzy color right here. And I'm just going to put that on the outer corner. Now, you most definitely could use one of these colors all over. I have seen them in use like that, and I did use this bronzy. Well, I used this color all over for one of my looks, and it was gorgeous. Super easy wash of color. And obviously, if you want to amp it up for night, which this palette is called, you can easily, you know, put some of these shades all over. But they just blend so softly into one another. Really pretty gradient. Now, before I set my face, I have a few cream products that I either want to use or show you. How cute are these little cream products? They're just, you just want to, I mean, they look like little toys. You just want to roll them around. They're so cute. But these are their, let me see what they're called exactly before I get it wrong. Lumi Firms. So these are for lip and cheek. They have plant collagen in them and peptides. I have 3 different colors. I have the Lumi Firm highlighter, which I'm going to use. Lumi Firm Buff, which I believe I've used on this channel before, but this is a pretty neutral rose blush color. I'm not going to use this one because I want to show the other blushes. So I will swatch this one for you. Very pretty, neutral, rosy color for the cheeks and for the lips. And then Sculpt, which is one of their bronzy colors. You can tell how much I've used this one. Really love this one. And I'm going to use this as my bronzer today. So I'm just going to take my little mini It Cosmetics foundation brush that I love so much. I'm going to get it down in the pot. So all over my forehead. If I can get these hairs to stop falling in my face. Oh, for heaven's sakes. I love working with a good cream bronzer because you can really dig it up into that hairline, because sometimes you can see the line, but you can see how pretty that is. Again, really natural looking, not near as scary on the face as it may look in the little containers. You can see how that blends out. Just a little bit on my cheeks to give a pretty bronze effect. And I like to take cream bronzers like up on the cheeks a little bit as well. I'm not going to take any down my neck or anything. But look at how pretty that is. Now let's go into this highlight. And I'm going to take a little bit out of the pot onto my hand. And I'm going to warm it up with my finger. I'm going to pop that on to where I normally put highlight. It's a really pretty champagne-y color. There is really not much prettier than a well-performing cream or liquid highlight. It's just, you can't get any softer than that because you absolutely cannot see it on your skin at all. I imagine this would be really pretty on the eyes as well. Any of these colors would be. That bronze would be really pretty in the crease. Or if you just want like a really natural look, you can just blend it all over your lid to match your face. Look how pretty that is. Now, Fitglow at the moment, from what I understand, does not have a powder. It used to. I believe they are reformulating it and that it should be out soon. So because I don't have that, I'm just going to go in with a little bit, just a little bit, because I don't want to cover up a ton of this cream that we have put on. I'm going to go in with my Beauty Counter powder. This is a new one because I just ran out of my other one. And I'm lightly going to set just like in the T-zone around my nose, because I don't, again, want to take away any of the, even though this is translucent, I don't want to dye down any of the color that we just put on with the highlight or the bronzer. Okay, now let's talk about blush. You're going to see how much I love the Fitglow blushes because I have purchased both of the trio palettes. And that's another thing I wanted to say, that all of the palettes that have powder products in them, they're removable. They have a little space next to the products where you can easily pop them out. So that's what I did with these blushes. I popped them out and just made my Fitglow palette out of them. So this right here is the Sunny Days trio. This is the first trio that I purchased. And then this one, I will have to look it up and put it on the screen. I don't remember what this one's called, but it's the most recent blush trio that they launched. I love these blushes as blushes, and I love them as eyeshadows. So those are kind of all 6 of them swatched for you. The top 3 are of the newer palette, and this, and this is the Sunny Days palette. I know without a doubt my favorite within all 6 of them is from the Sunny Days trio, and it is the color called Rosé. I love this so much. It's a gorgeous pink color. It does have a little bit of a sheen to it. So I'm going to pick up a little bit of that and apply it to the cheeks. And it's going to complement the sheen of that highlight so well. Let's finish up these eyes real quick. All right, let's finish up the eyes real quick. I'm going to take the other end of that crease brush that we used, and I'm just going to dip it into this matte color that we used in the crease. I'm going to put that under my eyes to kind of smoke that out a little bit. And then I'm going to take a little accent brush into that first color that we put on the lid, and I'm going to use it in my inner corner. And a little bit on the brow bone. Let's go ahead and do some lips, shall we? Before we go into their oh so fabulous mascara. The Fitglow Beauty Lip Serums. Okay, this is my collection up here. I also have Bare downstairs in my purse, which is just a very nude color. I'm going to swatch these for you. Oh, I was like, I'm missing one, and I kept one in the package. This is the most recent one that I bought because I wanted to show you their packaging. So here, late in the video, let me show you their packaging. It comes in cardboard packaging, and you lift it up like this. And then inside you have your product. And this is the newest lip serum that I purchased. So let's go ahead and swatch these quickly. So these have organic pomegranate plant sterols, beet extract, collagen, and antioxidant. So not only are they extremely plumping and hydrating on the lips, I truly do not have another lip product that is this consistency. But they also have lots of good for you ingredients in them as well. And they come in an array of colors. So they have their basic line, and then they come out with limited edition sets and stuff that you can get. Just, oh, so pretty. Okay, so starting over here, we have Koi. It's a really pretty neutral to a little bit warm color. Then we have Rosé, which is much more nude and just gives a really high shine. Then this awesome, pretty, hot pink color is called Pop, which I think is a great name for it. Then next to Pop, we have Luxe, which is almost like a goldy bronze color. And then we have Spark, which is this really pretty coral color. And then on the end, we have Regal, which is almost a purple. And the purple looks a little scary, but I used this in my last video that I did on my Clean Beauty channel, and it's gorgeous. Really, really, really pretty. So again, the only one that I have not swatched for you out of my collection is Bare, which is what the name says. It's very bare. I think I'm going to go big or go home and use this bright pink Pop color. What do you say? They are so, it's almost like a gel. And as you can see, they have really good pigmentation. But I think the name is very appropriate at a lip serum, because you can tell they are doing good things for your lips while you have them on. So highly, highly, highly recommend the lip serums. And finally, another highly recommended product for me is the Fitglow Beauty Mascara. This is going to be the third mascara that I opened. I have not opened this tube yet. But of this mascara, I have gone through 2 of them. That's how much I love them. Now, when I first got this and opened it and looked at the wand, I'm like, yeah, right. That wand is not going to work for me. It totally works. The conical shape makes it get into your inner corner so well. I'm not even going to use a primer today. I just want to show you how well this mascara works on its own. It is a little bit more of a drier formula. Some people like to know that. And it just builds on your lashes so nicely without clumping them up or putting too much product on it that you get it all over your eyelids, which I typically have issues with because I do use a lash serum, so my lashes are longer. A very natural lash. It's not like, holy cow, Tammy Faye Baker eyes. Like, we're not going for that with this mascara, which I can appreciate. Every once in a while, there's a time and a place for Tammy Faye Baker mascara, but not today. So that is the final look. Full face of Fitglow Beauty, except for the powder, but you better believe I'll be getting that powder when it comes out. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. I will link everything that I use down in the description box. I buy all of my Fitglow from Christine at Freeze Co Beauty. I do have a coupon code with her, and I will put that down in the description box as well as up here on the screen. So you can get 20% off of all of these goodies. So thank you all so much for watching. If you've tried any of the Fitglow Beauty products, and share down in the comment section so we can all hear your thoughts, that would be excellent. I hope you're all staying sane and healthy and safe during this time, and most importantly, that you go out and have a very blessed day.